Welcome, dear soul family. This is Archana with Divine Soul Resonance. I welcome all my new subscribers with all my heart, and a big gratitude to all my existing ones for all your continued support and love. It truly inspires me and allows for me to speak my inner truth and keep putting out messages that are healing, loving, and uplifting, bringing wholeness and light to you. That is my soul purpose. That is my life purpose. With that intention, I was called yesterday, and I say yesterday because I did this recording yesterday, and there was a lot of disruption. I consider myself a warrior, okay? So I have a warrior spirit in me, and if there's some messages or some things that I know I need to do, there's nothing that will get in my way. Even if I had to record this 50,000 times, I would have done it because of the messages that were coming in. So I kept the cards from yesterday and I said, okay, I will begin again in the morning, afresh. So for the month of September, what I've done is what called to me yesterday was looking at our chakra systems, our 7 major chakras, for the divine feminine and the divine masculine within ourselves, and individual holders of the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy in the collective. What are the blockages? How are we perceiving? See, a blockage is really not really a blockage right there. It's how you perceive it. It's an energy that's present there. The key is looking at it, recognizing what it is, and stepping around it, overcoming it, and standing in our own truth and power. And that's empowerment. So with every blockage, the message that I've asked is an empowerment. How we can empower that chakra. And it is through mastery of our chakra system. It is through mastery of our own energy. Do we become the true co-creators in this universe, on Earth? The theme for me that was calling out for this month was abundance. And the theme emerged later after I selected a crystal that I wanted for my reading. I've never brought this crystal out. Right here. It's calcite, yellow calcite. Color, yellow. Solar plexus, which sits right here in our gut. Solar plexus, sitting right in our gut. A willpower center. A willpower center. Now I'll go through the reading. We'll begin with the root chakra. Root. Root chakra is at the spine, at the base of your spine. Just the way the root implies. Visualize yourself like a tree. A tree is strong and stands tall when the roots are firmly in the earth. Firmly. So this root chakra, 4 corners, it has 4 corners. Foundation. We lay the foundation. What do we believe our foundation is? A sense of survival, a sense of safety, all resides in this chakra. Not only do what we believe, the impressions that we have when we were growing up or at the time of birth, but this chakra holds impressions from lineages, from generation on, from cultural programming, where you were born, where you were raised, how you were raised, who your family was, who your ancestors were, how did they view as what survival was. You know, things don't have to be said. They're imprinted in the energy body. We're imprinted in the energy body. And we hold those energetic imprints. Some that empower us and some that chain us down. So the key in every incarnation, in any incarnation, is to look at who we are, where we are bound, and how we can achieve that freedom. That is the key. How do we free ourselves from bondages? Self-created, or when we give our power to another. to bond us. It may not be very pleasant when you listen to this, but it is the truth. You have to come to the heart of the matter. When we face and we recognize where we have stood, the choices we have made, and the reality that we are experiencing right now is the reality that we have created. Based on our thoughts, based on the emotions, based on what we are predominantly holding in our energetic space. Once we can recognize and bring that into awareness, then you're entering into the cosmic dance. Now you recognize your own power of creation. For you are God's source right here, right now, on earth. As above, so below. As within, as without. What is blocking the divine feminine and the divine masculine in the month of September? For their foundations. For creating a strong foundation within themselves, within the community, within this material plane. It is Ace of Earth. Ace of Earth, a new beginning, a raw new beginning handed down by the cosmos, handed down by the divine. How do we ground a new beginning? Do we recognize what we are being given? Or are we going on in that same old pattern? How do we recognize the inflow of abundance that we are being given at this time? And you shall be given that. Recognizing that is the key. Ace, all new beginnings, raw power. How do we empower this chakra? Given that there may be shadow sides that we have to face, given that there may be inability for us to see an inflow of abundance, there could be important things that are coming into play, but we're not able to recognize and see, not enough willpower, not feeling like we can do it, worthiness. You're not feeling like, oh, I don't know if this is going to make money, because you're basing your new idea, new venture, could be a new business venture, it could be a new idea, new love, something that's going to be grounded in the material plane, that's going to create abundance in your life. Something that's new, something that's birthing, something that you feel deep in your heart, yet you don't want to take that action. There's something that stops you. So that's the obstacle, that there is something that you're not sure of and you don't want to take that action. We'll go through it. So before I launch into all of this, I'm just going to take two cards. These central cards are the ones that I will amalgamate at the end. I'd ask the spirit and guides on what is the grounding energy for the month of September, and we got the goddess of the moon. Goddess of the moon is the divine feminine energy, the energy of receptivity, the energy of trust and surrender to the flow, knowing and having faith in the benevolence of the universe, having faith in the benevolence and the abundance of Mother Earth, that there is nothing to fear. This is the opposing energy of lack. Okay? This is what's going to ground us. And look at what card came from the angels of abundance. Okay? Look at what we drew out. Moonlighting. Connecting to the divine feminine energy. Connecting to that part within us, the intuitive power, the psychic power, bringing that energy down from the higher chakras and grounding it in there. So it says here, you can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay your bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Okay, so there are these beautiful doves, this beautiful angel, all cloaked in white against the dark sky. It's a birth of a new idea. So watch out for your dreams. There may be some stirrings in your heart. You get ideas through dreams. You get ideas through inspiration. You hear someone talk and it just feels right. And you say, you know what? This is exactly what I was thinking of doing. I just don't know how. I don't know how it's going to pan out. And, I already have these bills. I have responsibilities and I've got to take care of it. I can't always take care of what I'm passionate about. It is time to bring in this ace. It is being given to you. It is being handed to you from the divine. The stirring in your heart is a message from the divine, from your higher self. She is you. She is you. Right there. She's bringing that energy. She's bringing that inspiration, that stirring, the thought, the feeling into your heart. Into your heart. Listen to your heart. You'll know. Find the time. Make the time. 2 hours a day. 2 hours a week. 1 hour a week. For yourself. When you start putting and doing things, playing with what you love, you're going to fill your soul with so much energy. And I'll go through the chakras, so this will not be a short reading. Just for those who are looking for a quick reading, this will not be a quick reading because I'm going to go through all the chakras. I'll definitely go through all the chakras. So it's going to be a healing reading for you. You need to ground this. You need to ground those thoughts. You need to ground those feelings. Have faith and trust. Let's move. Once you've grounded, once you can understand that here is something that's coming, I'm going to listen to my heart. I'm going to follow my intuition. There's something I've always wanted to do. I'm not going to think about how it's going to make money. I'm not going to think about how the abundance is going to flow and all that. No, I'm going to start following one step at a time. Whatever is the first step I need to do for that, I'm going to wait for the guidance. You're going to meditate, quieten your mind, quieten that monkey mind. Let the game come to you. Okay? When I talk about taking action, it does not mean taking action where the mind is going all over the place. It is quietening the mind so the plan just comes out right in front of you. Right in front of you. It's laid out. Once you've grounded that energy, the root chakra energy, the energy we move into the sacral chakra. Chakra for emotions, sacred sensuality and sexuality. It is the sexual energy. When it moves up through the chakra system and it fires up into the heart chakra and it fires up into our crown chakra, do we feel completely connected? And love flows through our being. The element for this chakra is water. I can hold water down and it'll just stagnate. So emotions, we need to give room for emotions to flow. But we need to master the emotions. Okay? You're not coming from a place of reactivity. You're coming from a place of receptivity and understanding and looking and non-judgmental. Non-judging towards yourself. We're only going to work on yourself. Only going to work on ourselves. So tapping into the creative potential, the creative abundance that comes in through our sexual energy. Very important. Very, very important. Okay? The color is orange. The message that's coming in is to bring balance. There is a need for moderation. Okay? Moderation. So for me, there are two messages that come in with the word balance. Okay, the word balance and coming in from there. The word balance in this case is balancing your masculine and the feminine energy. The masculine energy is energy of action, determination, logic. The feminine energy is that of receptivity, trust, and surrender. Bringing in a balance of knowing when you need to receive the messages, when you need to listen in to your higher self to gain that wisdom. And then you get get on that horse and you're ready to charge and take action. Take action. So bringing that balance in. To me, that's one aspect of the message that's coming forth. The second message that's coming forth today is the balance when this chakra is, and this is what we see in the world, is overactive, overindulgence. So see, this is, again, the energy of this chakra is energy of emotions, energy of sensuality, sexuality, passion, all of that. When this is out of proportion, when this is not in balance, there are addictions, whether it's alcohol, or there is drug abuse, or there is overindulgence in sex, or overindulgence in just taking care of my physical body and buying things, and so overemphasis on creating the material abundance. So it's asking you to take a balanced approach. Asking you to take a balanced approach. Okay? So how do we do that? Just recognize you are blossoming right now. You're just getting started. Have patience with yourself and the process, and don't give up. You're just about starting. You want to move that stagnant energy. You've not been feeling inspired. You've not been feeling creative. You're just not feeling good about yourself. You've been working so hard. You've been carrying all these things, and there's all of this, and you don't know how you could possibly go on. Have faith. Have faith and trust that in that darkness, that every step that you take forward, there is going to be light. And before you know it, you reach that end, and there's going to be that light at that end of the tunnel. And you would have changed forever. Allow the emotions to emerge. Allow your creative chi energy to flow through your chakras. Let it fill and energize every cell of your body. So the energy can then move into the third chakra. Solar plexus, sun's energy, warmth, radiance. The sun's energy is the energy that allows us to take action, take charge of our ideas, of thoughts, and bringing them into the material plane. So there could be a plethora of ideas that you're getting. You're getting a plethora of feelings, and this is what I want to do. But the masculine energy, when you bring that in balance, you're going to say, okay, this is the one that's calling to me. This is how I'm going to do it. This is the sense of worthiness, courage, willpower. When we align our will and our courage with that of the divine will, meaning our higher self, when we are connecting to our higher self through the heart chakra, we are connecting to the source of all. We are connecting to that infinite pool of creative energy, the source energy. No longer will we be looking at things from a place of lack. We're going to look at things from a place of radiance and abundance that's coming in. That's the energy of this chakra. And the message that come in is the wheel, is reminding us that life moves in circles, actually in cycles. With an up, there's a down. Have you been really working really hard and you're not seeing results? Recognize that life moves in cycles, that it's there to teach you a lesson. It's there to teach you a lesson. We are here for spiritual evolution, for spiritual growth. You're not here to experience lack. If at one point you are, that's not your birthright. It's a lesson that it's bringing in. It's a lesson that's bringing in. Take that in. Give gratitude to that. Recognize that you're worthy. I am worthy because I exist. I allow myself to shine. I allow my radiance to flow through me into the universe. I'm grateful for being me. And victory, by the angels say, is yours. Victory is yours to be had when we take our own power back in our hands. That's the energy of this chakra for this month. Recognizing and taking our own power back, recognizing where we've given our power away, where there hasn't been enough energy for taking action or curbing that overaggression. Have you been taking your willpower and pushing it onto others, wanting others to do things your way? Okay, so that is an overexpansion of this energy. This energy is out of control in your energy body, bringing it in balance. So you've already channeled this energy up into the third chakra. Now the energy of the third chakra can go boom in the other direction completely. Like, okay, I got the power, I'm going to rule the world and all these people. So all of that energy, aggression, power, me, I, because it is the I center. Recognizing that each one of us here is a divine being. That my worthiness does not stem from power over others. You are a true leader. You are a true master when you have mastered your own energy. Self-mastery is the key. And your self-mastery begins right here. You've got the willpower. Take that will. Control that. Exert that will towards yourself, not self-goals. Stand strong when you need to. Yield when you need to. And we'll learn about yielding when we move into the next chakra. The message here from the angels was victory. Victory is yours to be had. Your prayers have been heard and answered. You've got to have faith. Got to have faith. Now the energy moves into our fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra. So now we're looking at the heart chakra, center for love and compassion. Okay? What is blocking the divine feminine and the divine masculine in the month of September? To feel love, compassion, forgiveness in the hearts for themselves and for others. And the blockage is so interesting. Queen of water. Water is the element, a sacral chakra for feelings. A queen is kind, grounded. She shares freely. She stepped in her power of love and light, and she shares that love and light with all. That's why she's the queen. She's soft, she's receptive, she's understanding. She's very loving. How interesting that that came in as a blockage, which really is a place for empowerment. How do we empower that chakra? How do we bring that energy of a willpower? How can we be victorious in this month to create abundance in our life? Abundance life. We want to begin. We want to have this ace. We want to have this new beginning. You want to have a new beginning, but you cannot base it on the past. You got to let it go. It has served a lesson. Feel those emotions. It has served a lesson. It has served a purpose. The past was important, for it shows you from where you've come. But you're here today. You're here now. You've got all this potential right in front of you. Why chain yourself to the grief and the sadness of what never was? What can you bring forth? What does your heart desire? You have so much love in your heart. That is where your soul resides. That is who you are at the core. Love. Radiate that love out into the world. Radiate your true being. That's what your soul desires. To express itself out into the world. Bring that new beginning. Bring that new beginning. This is the healing ray. You're so beautiful. There's no one like you. There never has been. Yours is a very unique, galactic signature that you share with no one. Feel that pulse of love. Allow for the energy to flood your heart. Show the vulnerability. Give freely. Fill your cup with your own love. Connect with nature. That's how we bring in grounding. Connect in nature. Be near a body of water to feel the emotions. Take a walk, go for a run, dance, sing, make something out of clay. I don't know why that came to me right now. I want you to kind of feel the earth in your hand. Gardening. You know, any of those activities. It's going to open your heart. Write a forgiveness letter to yourself. Release that pain. Feel it and release it. And once you release it, your heart starts to open. It starts to open. And then you can fly. Message from the angels. Overcoming difficulties. And look at that. I love the picture. It's like there are two feelings. So it looks like a feather, right? So it is a feather. And this phoenix, this bird is just flying, and then there is this illumination, right? Through this. So it's almost like you're rising in through the ashes and up above. Rebirthing of yourself. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Know in your heart space that your soul knows how to overcome any challenges that it has come here for. You are fully equipped. You have all the tools, you have all the love, you have all the wisdom that resides within your heart. You have to step into that. Allow for the heart's energy to flood your chakras above and below. Above and below. Blockages in any of the chakras creates diseases in those areas. So allow for that energy to move and cleanse your heart chakra. And we move into our throat chakra, color blue. Look at the blue chakra. Throat chakra, seat for expression. Expressing your inner truth. Expressing your inner radiance. Are you in alignment with your truth? Are you truly expressing what you feel? Or are you working with them? Impressions. False impressions. Masks. What others want to hear. What others want to see. What others want to know. You're speaking what others want to hear. Or are you speaking your own truth? Are you singing your own divine song? Because it's yours. If you're not going to sing it, who will? It's only yours. Your gifts are unique. It's only yours. What you can do, I can't do. What I can do, you can't do. For we are each unique in our own expression. We have the divinity in us, in our hearts. And it is through this body of expression do we express in this world, in this universe. And you create this ripple. We're connected. Each one of us is connected. As you speak your inner truth, they speak their inner truth, and they speak their inner truth. And you have this whole grid system connecting with the heart source energy. Connecting. And there is this whole unity. What I do here affects this. What they do here affects me. So we're all one. Speak your inner truth. What's blocking is getting tired. 9 of fire. Some of us have been trying to be on this path, trying to speak our truth, and it has been very difficult. There could have been past persecutions, past lives. They all stay in our energy body. But protecting for what you truly believe in and not giving up is the key to true happiness. 9, we're also entering the month of September, which is the number 9. 9 is a number for completions, cycle completions, endings, and also a cycle for expansion. What cycle are you closing in your life? What cycle are you closing in your life? And what are you bringing forth? Speaking your inner truth. Are you speaking with anger? Are you exerting your will and getting angry? Are you creating beauty? Or are you creating darkness? Your choice. Your choice. Each one of us has a choice. In every moment, in every given time, we have a choice to either work with an open heart or with a closed heart. Choice is yours. What are you choosing? So, to shift, it's so beautiful. I tell you, the reading is so beautiful. I love how all the messages come in, and the synchronicities and the synchronicities are right there in front of you. And the reason why these synchronicities come in your life. And it says here, from a goddess deck, it says here, compassion, Kuan Yin, seed of compassion from the heart source. Opening that lotus flower, holding that lotus flower, to me this represents as a universal lotus flower. All of us are in this creative space, in this universe, creating with our thoughts and feelings. Our focused intention brings forth our creations. I am bringing forth this channel with my focused intention. I am putting my life, my energy, my direction in my work. And that is what I'm birthing in this universe. This is who I am at the core. And this is what I'm choosing to do. Yes, I've had these feelings of 9. It is so hard for new beginnings. How do I ground this? How do I bring this where it's going to create all of this abundance in my life? Yes, it's very difficult. I've left all my old work, and this is something that I'm doing. Why? I don't know. I didn't know. I wasn't planning on getting on a healing path to heal others. I was learning all of that for me. Me thinking I'm going to go on ascension by myself. How much I have learned over time. It's just incredible. I smile every single step of the way because my perception, as I open my heart, the perception shifts. And the more I integrate my darker side, the more I integrate this aspect within me, I recognize more and more and more. I laugh. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to do all of this. I'm going to get on my path of ascension. It's me, creating heaven on earth, creating heaven in my heart, connecting to the divine source. I'm going to call this as my last lifetime. And there we go. Boom! Archana's on the ascension ladder. Oh, so sweet. So childlike. I love that. Releasing judgments about yourself and others, and focusing on the love and light that is within everyone. Releasing judgments about yourself. This is something I hold very true to me. Oh my gosh, I hold a ton of judgments about myself. I did. And slow and steady through the process of awakening. Through slow and steady of allowing the divine energy to flow in, allowing the blockages, freeing up my energy so it's no longer stagnant here, and allowing a free-flowing Kundalini energy to move in, allowing the energy to come in from the source, from up there, understanding this whole universe, whole mother. So you're thinking back as this charioteer. You're moving through and holding on to those 5 senses. One wants to go in this direction, one wants to go in this direction, one wants to go in that direction. So the soul is guiding and holding the reins on all of them and moving forward. So just in that same way, each one of us has this lotus flower. I want to go in this direction. This is what I want to create. This is what you want to create. This is what someone else wants to create. So how are we all connecting together so we can create this holding space of love and light? It is through holding that compassion. Once the energy moves from the throat chakra through your seat of expression, we're moving then into the Kundalini energy, which started from the root, is now going to move into the third eye, the area between the eyebrows, the seat for inner wisdom. This is where we recognize and we can see the duality, the 2 extremes, the 2 areas in the life. What is blocking us getting intuitive powers? For the divine feminine and the divine masculine is bringing in balance again. It says the 6 of earth. So earth energy, right here, which is the root energy. Okay, the root energy. So how do we bring greater balance? It is about balancing what you're creating in the material world, in the material plane, with your heart space, with your spiritual center. So bringing in a balance between spirituality and materialism. Okay? Yes, we've been given this body, and this earth to enjoy. How much? Where do you draw that line? Where and what is truly serving you, and where it is going in excess? As you open your heart, okay, so here's the key. As you open your heart chakra, you express more of your authentic self, of who you are. You're breaking free from those bondages. You're breaking free from those illusions. I'm dropping off those masks. I'm dropping those masks off. You're breaking free from the illusions. Your awareness expands. Your awareness expands. And how can we empower the psychic center? It says here, ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is there. As you're rising above, it's just very interesting. I don't know if you can see it with the sun. It's orange in color. Okay. I want you to know something. This chakra, the third eye chakra, directly related to the sacral chakra. So creative energy. So this one also. Moving that energy up. Do you see these? To me, this is like the 2 serpents. So one representing the divine feminine, one representing the divine masculine. Bringing the masculine and the feminine energy in through the sacred sexuality that's rising all above through the chakras and integrating right up in the crown chakra. Moving that energy up, not stagnating. Okay? So each chakra, when it's out of balance, you get stuck in that. So you have to recognize, what sort of addictions do you have? Where are you over excessive? Okay. Is there an over excessive reliance on thinking what you need to create in the material world? Or are you balanced in that approach? Are you over excessively using your power and willpower over others to get others to do what you want? Okay? So when this is out of balance, your heart chakra is closed. You're not going to be able to forgive. You hold on to the past. You want revenge. You no longer want to forgive and move into your heart space. You do not speak your truth. You're creating and living by rules that are outdated, that do not serve you. because those programs were set in space. They were set in your DNA, coded in your DNA out of fear. Any program that was coded out of fear and control are not your authentic self. Any program that's run to constrict you to speaking your inner truth of love and light is a fear program. And it is what you've come here to do, is to dissolve that, to rise above it, to rise above it all. Then the energy, so we've gone into the third eye, creating the balance. Are you creating, how are you giving back into the society? Are you doing any charity work? Are you only serving your needs? Are you recognizing others for the truth? Are you accepting yourself and others as they are and not creating judgments? Are you able to release the past and learn and grow from that? That is an ascension. It's going to be a challenge. Bringing those two energies into balance. It's totally doable. You are the charioteers, my dears. We move into cosmic consciousness, our crown chakra, which sits on top of our head, right here, right there. It opens right up, like that lotus flower. Do you see that lotus flower? Okay. I didn't do such an awesome job of painting this, but kudos. This was my first painting project ever. Well, second painting. Crown chakra, supposed to be 1,000-petal lotus. Violet color. How is it being blocked for the divine masculine and the divine feminine? It is so interesting. It says the king of water. Okay. Heart chakra, crown. It's a being of love and light, being of love and light. Again, the feminine energy of compassion. This is the masculine energy of compassion. So it's truly bringing in the masculine and the feminine energies in here. That's what the message is coming from the universe, is balancing of the feminine and the masculine energy. Bringing in, so the king of water, it says here, you're trustworthy, compassion, you're respected, you're cultured. So he's bringing in foundation. So a king brings in solid foundations. What solid foundation are you bringing forth? You are bringing forth foundations of love and compassion. Holding that trust, speaking your truth. You're not being persecuted for speaking your truth. You're following your heart in a structure, not in a wild way, in a structured area, creating a structure out of those feelings. Creating that structure, opening your heart and mind to those around you, feeling that. And how we can bring that in from this guidance deck we got is inner strength. Move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. So she is holding, look at her flaming red hair, can you see that? And she's holding that flame that starts here from the sacral and the fire. This is the fire energy, element of earth, element of water, element of air, being light, floating, building on that inner fire. The strength lies not in exerting power over another, but the strength lies in exerting power over the self, not coming from a place of reaction, coming from a place of love and strength. Standing for yourself, standing for another. When you're given that power, you're also given the power to protect. Protect others with the power that you're given. I talked about what's going to ground in this month for the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies, and it was connecting to the feminine energy within us, the goddess of the moon, the goddess energy. What's crowning? How we can take this energy and move into that crown chakra. Third eye, power, willpower, right here, the sun's energy. So to me, this just actually dawned on me when I was laying out the cards again this morning, was the divine masculine energy of action moves up into the crown chakra, and we have brought down the spiritual guidance through the chakra systems and down into the earth. So the feminine energy is what's going to ground this month. And how we rise in our own power is through taking action through our own inner self, connecting my will with that of my divine will from my higher self, third chakra, drawing that power, drawing that fire energy, bringing that passion into that. Our soul lesson for this month is freedom. I possess the power and the freedom and the free will to create my own happiness. I am the creator of my life. I am the creator of my destiny. What are you choosing to create? You have the power. I've talked about power a lot here. A message. I love this deck. From the Universe Has Your Back, I asked a final message for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine Collective to bring that in balance. And it says, I choose love no matter what. I choose love no matter what. No matter what. Love. Open your hearts. Open to divine love. Let all that energy be amalgamated. Let the Kundalini energy rise through your chakras, cleansing and purifying them, bringing you to wholeness. Message is acceptance. I accept myself and others. We talked about non-judgmental. Acceptance means unconditional love. The angels are reminding you to accept everyone exactly as they are, without judging, blaming, or wanting to change them. When you are totally accepting, you bear no malice or enmity towards anyone or anything. You are asked to accept yourself. When you truly do so, you feel centered and confident, and your divine self is revealed. I choose love, no matter what, is your mantra for the month. And I asked from the Goddess Isis deck on how we can ground this Goddess of the Moon energy to create abundance in our lives. And look what I drew. I drew the abundance of Sothis. I actually drew this card like this morning. And it says here, stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance is here. And I shall read. Abundance in many forms is flowing to you now, beloved. Intend right now to receive it. Just decide to do so in your heart at this very moment. The oracle of abundance comes as a guidance to expect increased flow and to continue your good works of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you. Freely share your talents, your love and wisdom and self, and enjoy the abundance responsively flowing to you in many forms over and over and over again. Abundance is coming to you, dear initiate. If you have been through a time of restriction, materially, financially, socially, health, relationships, opportunities, fun, or friendship, this oracle is indicating that the tide is turning. The tide is turning, and an upsurge of wealth, health, and abundance is coming to you now. After a period of experience of restriction, you will enjoy the new improved flow of energy, support, compensation, and reward. They are blessing you with all you can possibly receive, receptivity, so what you can possibly receive. So allow yourself to act in faith, be brave, and take steps to ready yourself right now. Open your arms to the abundance that is flowing in. How beautiful. And a message to integrate our third chakra, to bring in this abundance. How do we connect our will with the divine will? I asked the message from the angels of Atlantis. And we got evolution. Evolution. It says here, it's a sacred guardian, is Sandalphon. Wants you to know that this is a light-filled time in your life. You are evolving by leaps and bounds. So this is a time to fill your heart with gratitude. Remember that if manifestation is not fully apparent yet, don't despair. Destiny will soon be knocking at your door, summoning you to reach new heights, new visions. Prepare by relinquishing anything of the past that stops you from emerging as the creative genius that you truly are. You will see 12 orbs emerging. You will see 12 orbs emerging through the oracle, representing the universal resonance frequency. See how the 12 aspects of your own evolving nature are present at this time. It is time to chant Om, to channel the creative presence of the universe, to fully initiate the promise of future glory. With intention, with love, anything can be created. Anything can be birthed. And you have the blessing of tremendous abundance as you bring in the balance of the masculine and the feminine energy within you. With that, I wish all the divine masculines, all the divine feminines, holders of these sacred energies within them, so that you may rise to your true divinity. May you rise through the darkness, recognizing the light within you. May you be able to master your own energies through your own chakra systems, so you may connect and recognize the impact that you have on the whole of humanity. As you rise in your own ascension, you are creating an impact greater than what you can even imagine. For you are that light that creates the grid system. So I wish you a month of abundance, great illumination, and may there be love and light that resides in each one of your hearts. And may you ignite the love and light energy in every soul, every experience that you have. Sending you much love and light. This is Archana with Divine Soul Resonance. Mwah! Sending you love.